Hello everyone, welcome to Lohar Talk, and in this video I will show you how you can create this login form. Inside this login form we have a nice black background, and here if you see, when I focus on any input, you see the transition of border color to green, and when I hover on the login you see the nice transition from gray to green. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So for this project, I have created one index file, one CSS file, and I have linked my CSS file inside my index file. And I have downloaded few images for this project. So here you see I have a background.jpg. So this one is a nice Batman image, and I have one login.png, and I have one password.png, and I have one username.png. So let's first start with the index file. So here inside my body tag I'm going to add one div element, and I provide class to this div element as background container. Okay, so inside this I will again create one div element, and I will provide id as login container. Okay, and here I will create a form element, and will provide name as login form. Okay, and I will provide autocomplete will be off, so it will disable the browser autocomplete functionality. And inside that form I will add one div element. Okay, and I will provide class as login image. Okay, so here we are going to set a background color, which we discussed inside the asset. We have this login.png. Okay, so this background we are going to set to this div element. After that I'm going to provide one more div element, and I will provide class name to this div as input element. Okay, so this will hold all our input tags, and inside that I will have a span tag, and I will provide class to this span tag is username dash logo. So here we will provide a user icon to this span tag, and after that I will provide one input tag, and the type will be text, and placeholder will be username. Okay, and name will be username, and it will be a required field. Okay, so let's just save it up to this. So here you can see in browser we have a one input element, and which has a placeholder as a username. So I'm going to copy this entire div element, input element, and I will paste it over here, and I will make it, and I will rename the username to password. Okay, and here type will be password1. Okay, here the placeholder will be also password, and the username will be also password. Let's just save it. Okay, so now we have one password input tag. Okay, now I'm going to again copy this entire element and paste below it, and here I will remove this line password logo, we don't need it. So here I'm going to add a checkbox to for a remember me, and I will provide id as remember, and type will be checkbox. There is no need for a placeholder, and name will be same as remember. Okay, this is not required one. Below that I will add one label. Okay, and inside that label I will write remember me. okay, and this will used for, remember, I will copy this ID and paste it over here, and I will just save it. Okay, so this attribute we are using so that whenever user click on this remember me, the click event will fire for this input checkbox. So if you see here, I'm clicking on remember me, my checkbox is getting checked and unchecked. At last we need to add our login button. So below this I will add one input tag, and I will make type as submit, okay, and class as login button, and value will be login. Okay, so we are done with the HTML part. Now we are going to apply a CSS to our login form. So inside our CSS file, first I'm going to clear my body and HTML default setting. So here I will write body comma HTML, and here I will provide width as 100% and height as 100%, and I will use font family as the second one, okay, and I will reset margin to 0. Let's save it. Okay, so here you can see in browser we have resetted our font text, font family and the margin, and I will provide a box sizing as a border box to all our elements. So I will use star and box sizing as a border box. So by doing this, whenever we are providing any padding, the width of element won't increase. Okay, so below that I'm going to provide a background image to our background container. So I'm going to copy this class. Here we need to provide our Batman background image. So dot bg container, and here I'm going to write background. I'm using shorten property for a background, and here I will provide a URL to provide a background image. So all our images are inside asset folder. So assets slash bg dot jpg, okay, and here we need to provide the position. So X position will be 0 and the top position of background image will be top one, okay, and the slash, the background size will be cover, okay, and we are not going to repeat our background, so no repeat. Now if you want to see how I have provided, so let me just provide you a reference to background shorten property. Here I am going to paste the background shorten property over here. So here you can see background, we can provide background color, but we haven't set any background color, and we have provided a background image. So I have provided URL to our background. Position we have provided, so position we need to provide in X and Y axis. So in X it's a 0 and in Y it's a top. Then we have provided a background size. We have used the cover one. So basically there are mainly two types we use, cover and contain, okay. A cover as in it will cover entire viewport, and content will be the image will, if the image size is larger than the viewport, so it will fit according to the viewport, but we are using the cover one. And here we have provided a bg repeat, so we are not going to repeat our background color. So let's just save it. Now here see we haven't received our background image because we haven't provided height to our bg container. So first I will provide a color as white, and here I am going to provide height as 100%. So now let's just save it. So we are still not receiving our background. Let's see what we have done wrong. Asset slash bg dot jpg, oh sorry, so here we need to write jpg, okay. So let's just save it. Yeah, here you can see we got our background. Let me just maximize our browser. Yeah, you can see we have our Batman background. Now let me reset it. Okay, so let's provide a CSS to our login container. So we have this login container, so I'm going to copy this class and paste it over here, and here I'm going to write width of our login container will be 300 pixel, and to make it horizontally centered we are going to use margin 0 space auto, so it will automatically center align our login container. And I will provide position as a relative so that we can provide a top and left property to our login container. So top will be 50%, okay, and then I'm going to use a transform property. I will tell you why we are using it, but before that let's provide a background color, and I'm going to use hash 1D 1D 1D. Let's just save it. Okay, here you can see we have a light black background for a login container, and we have provided a top 50% to this. Okay, now let's provide some padding, and I'm providing padding top as a 1 pixel, right as a 30 pixel, bottom as 30 pixel, and left as a 30 pixel, and I'm going to save it. Okay, now let's provide a border radius, and I will provide around 5 pixel. Okay, so now if you see the login container is horizontally center aligned but not vertically center aligned. So to make it, because although we have provided a top as a 50%, so it is calculating top from the top corner of this login container. To make it vertically centered, we need to move this login container in a negative y direction by 50%. So for that I'm going to use transform property, and inside that I will use translate y in negative 50%. Okay, let's just save it. Now our login container is vertically and horizontally center aligned. Now let's provide a CSS to our this login image. So I'm just going to copy this one and paste it down here, and I will provide height as 100 pixel, and I will use background property. So I'm just going to copy this one and I will update it. So the background will be login.png, and it should be center aligned in x-axis, in y-axis also it should be center aligned, and instead of cover we are going to use contain, so it will contained inside our login element. Okay, and we will use no repeat only. So here you can see we have a login icon over here. Okay, now let's just provide a margin, negative margin top as a negative 50 pixel. Okay, now it's overlapping our login container. Now in HTML we have used input element like 3 times over here. So let's just provide a CSS to our input element, and here I'm going to provide a padding, top as a 12 pixel, right as 0, bottom as 12 pixel, and left as 0, and position will be relative. Okay, we'll tell you why we have provided a position relative to our every input element. Now we are going to provide CSS to input element, this one. So this come under dot input element, and inside that we have an input tag, and we provide whichever input tag have a type as a text. So I think we are going to use same CSS for type as a password. So I'm just using the entire line and pasting over here and type as a password. Okay, now I will provide width as 100%, so it will cover entire login container width, and font size will be around 15 pixel, and I will provide padding top as 10, right 10, bottom 10, and left as a 30 pixel. Okay, let's just save it up to here. So you can see we have a nice padding to our input element. Now I'm going to provide a border to our input element as a 0, and I'm going to provide bottom border. So border, okay, and 1 pixel solid and gray color. Okay, and the background color of our input element will be transparent, and color of font is white, and let's provide a transition. So I'm using this transition, and it will be on border color, and I will provide timing as 0.5 second. Okay, so we have provided a transition, so whenever we are going to change background color on hover, so it will nicely transit from a gray to green color in a very smooth way. Okay, so here you can see we still have this focus outline, so let's just clear it. So I'm going to copy this entire line, and I'm going to use focus pseudo class for that. So after this input tag, I'm going to use focus. Same for type as a password. Okay, and here I will provide outline as none, and we change our bottom border color, bottom color to some light green. So hash 8BC34A. So I'm going to save it. So whenever I focus on, so you see border bottom color is getting changed from gray to green in very smooth way. Okay, so this is because of this transition. So now let's provide this icon to username and password. So we have added this span tag, password logo, and a user logo. So I'm just going to copy this class and paste it over here. The CSS will be same for password logo, so I'm copying this class and paste it with username logo class. Okay, here I will provide position as absolute. We have provided a position as absolute. If you remember, we have provided input element position as a relative. So once I provide a position absolute and I provide any left and right, so it will be relative to this input element rather than the body tag. So next I will provide content as empty string, and width as 20 pixel, height as 20 pixel, and I'm going to provide background image, that is URL, and that will be assets and username. Okay, now the background size will be contain, and background repeat will be no repeat, and background position will be center space center. Let's provide margin top to 7 pixel. Okay, so you can see we have added our icon to our username and password, but for a password the icon is same as username, so we are going to change it. So only for password logo we just copy this one, and we again override our background image, and here I will write password. Yeah, so we have added our CSS to this username and password icon. Now I'm going to add CSS to our login button. So I will copy the class name and paste it over here. I will write border as 1 pixel solid and gray, and background color will be transparent, and color of text will be white, and let's provide width as 100% and font size around 20 pixel. Let's provide padding, top as 10 pixel and right as 0, bottom as 10 pixel, left as 0. Okay, and I will provide margin top 12 pixel and cursor as pointer. Whenever we hover, so it will show a pointer cursor, and we also provide a transition to this button so that whenever we are hovering it, we will change our border color, and it will again time will be 0.5 second, and we'll provide a nice border radius 3 pixel. Let's just save it. Yeah, so now if you see, when we are hovering it, we are not getting any transition on border, so we are going to provide one hover class. So login button, and we are using hover pseudo class, and whenever we are hover, we change our background color to what we have provided for our input element. So, okay, we have provided the background color, so we need border color. Yeah, now you see whenever we are hovering it, nicely changing into green. Okay, so I think that's all about this login form, and if you guys have any doubt, please comment below, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.